Welcome everyone. I'm trying a little experiment here. Too hot to do a video where I'm at. I'm in Ogden, Utah, and it's about 96 degrees, so my camera equipment would overheat or melt if I was outside. So just trying to kill time at this Walmart. So I'm just going to kind of browse around the store. If you guys haven't been to Walmart Supercenters in a while, maybe give you guys a glimpse. You can just follow along. I'm not shopping for anything in particular. So this is going to be more of a slow-paced, casual thing. That's the produce area, about 54 cents per pound for bananas. We're at the very front of the store, so you got all the checkout stuff up ahead, and then one of the entrances over there is also a strawberries blocking the way. So you got a Subway. If you want to grab a sub sandwich on the way in or out. So I kind of just did a loop to give you guys a perspective. Terry said, hey, caught you live watching from Cleveland. Thank you, Terry. Also got a little bit of the deli over here. And hopefully around the time of July, mid-July, I'll have some more Cleveland videos out. Thank you. There's your bakery section. There's your store bread. I think right now at the house I got a loaf of the Sara Lee honey wheat, but I rarely get bread from here unless there's like specific hamburger buns or hot dogs buns for cookouts. So I might actually be doing that soon for 4th of July. But otherwise I try to wait for the cheaper bread at Dollar Tree when it's like $1.50 a loaf. Not all Dollar Trees have the luxury of that though, because I've been to many Dollar Trees where there's no bread, but there's 2 stores in Layton that are pretty good about that. I think they get their distribution from either the Smith's grocery store, like some day-old bread, or one of the other local bread manufacturers. One item I do get here often, and I eat it for breakfast, and the baby often eats it for breakfast too. I guess I could pick up this item, these chocolate chip muffins. I am addicted to them. Well, not quite addicted, but I mean, I've had better chocolate chip muffins, but they're good enough, and the baby likes them for a little treat. You have your cakes on the left here. Usually not too fond of the cakes at Walmart or the cookies. It's just really the muffins that I try to get. And you've got all your regular grocery aisles. We'll try to peruse down some of them. Here's one of the pasta aisles. Now there's 2 different types of Walmarts. There's Walmart neighborhood markets, and then there's the Walmart like Supercenters. Walmart neighborhood markets are basically stores that are only the grocery store portion. This one is a Supercenter, so it's your traditional, has all the goods plus the grocery store. Of course, back when I was growing up, our Walmarts were mostly just a department store portion. Grocery selections, I mean, they had grocery selections, but they were relatively slim compared to now. Let's go down the cereal aisle. That's usually a good aisle we'll show. Baby, trust me. Oftentimes, what I've noticed about the Walmart grocery store section is you rarely, if ever, see a sale. Now, a store like Smith's, or if you're back in Cleveland, Giant Eagle, those are the ones where you can monitor the ad and be like, ooh, this week a certain item's on sale, and there may be some coupon that stacks with it. Walmart, it's like, no, whatever price, just buy as a glimpse. If you go down there, those are clearance items, so every so often there's certain grocery items they mark on clearance, and their clearance when they do it are typically pretty good. I know, like, for example, at the grocery store, once I got a 4-pack of those mini beefronis, like the ones you put in they come in a tiny microwave bowl already that you can put in the microwave, the beefroni. But a 4-pack was on clearance for $1, so 25 cents per can. And you've got your, I mean, we've already passed some of it, but you've got your various meats everywhere. Then we're approaching the lunch, cheese, dairy, yogurt. One area I like to go toward too is these Walmarts always have carts of like older pastries that are slightly marked down. I don't always get them, but I look at it like these donuts. Say 57 cents. It's not really that big of a clearance, but I do like these donuts, so occasionally I'll get those or see what other, occasionally the chocolate chip muffins will be on clearance there too. Eggs have come down in price since they were skyrocketed. The cheapest one here is $2.72 for 12 eggs a dozen. So that's the grocery store section all on the right. You start turning toward the left, that's where you have the rest of your departments. Up ahead would be baby stuff, accessories, clothing. You got dog food and pets on the left. You keep on going further down. You'll have your cleaning supply section. Further after that would be electronics. Keep going to the back, I think you have all the auto supplies, and then you get all the way to the back wall and make a right. You'd start getting into the sporting goods, toy section. And just that whole middle of the store is typically clothing, for example. All your clothing stuff. I mean, like I said, this is more of the baby area, or on the right, it's the girls' clothing section and boys' clothing. One thing I like to peruse every so often is Walmart also, besides having clearance items in their aisles, they have a dedicated clearance section. So this whole aisle is nothing but clearance. Now granted, it's usually not the best deals, but you know, if you happen to need a certain product, like this is marked down, and you see the multiple stickers, they mark them down multiple times, so if it stays here for a while, You might end up getting it for cheaper. They have the more expensive clearance stuff down there, and then the cheaper stuff down that way where it says $1 and under. So typically that's stuff where it's more pricey I don't pay attention to. Particular Walmart has a special clearance section for the electronics, which is often, or right here in the end cap. You know, not every store is going to have that. So sometimes you can find some stuff that really is marked down, like this cell phone case is all the way down to $1. So they're basically saying let's get rid of it. You know, it's often older cases, but you know you still may find something of relative interest. Yeah, all the cell phone cases that they have here that are like marked down in clearance. They got dollar, OtterBox brand, a few other ones.
Customer assistance in the fitting rooms, please. Thank you.
I'll come back and look at these later because these were $8 the last time I was here. Now they're marked down to $3. Some ink cartridges, although the ones up top there were $6 they've been marked down to. Let's do a little bit more walking through the store for you guys. Again, this isn't going to be like a thorough tour. It's more of just to give you guys a vibe of a Walmart Supercenter. I haven't been in it in a while. I also need to start scouting. I meant to do this earlier, but I forgot. I wanted to look up when I shot my Halloween decoration videos last year. You know, it's always a thing every year. Like it'll be June or July, several months before October, and Halloween stuff will already be coming out.
I would like only show interest if I could play like your new Mario.
So I like doing videos showing off either Spirit or Home Goods or a few other stores and what their selection is for that year, because they often have the best inventory right off the bat. You got your Nintendo Switch 2 kiosk here. You can test out the Switch, see if it's of interest to you, all the accessories, all the games, what's the game prices, and these are just regular Nintendo Switch 1. The games are, if you buy the physical game, they're still like $60. Here's a Switch 2, Mario Kart World, $79, Zelda, $79. I mean, it does seem like prices have gone up on one hand, but when I think back to when I was growing up, there were certain Super Nintendo games, like brand new, I think Ken Griffey Jr.'s Winning Run. My brother and I were addicted to it when we rented it, and so we were little kids like in the mid-90s. I think it was like $70 or maybe even close to $80 to get it. Hello Vera, welcome. Just doing a stroll through Walmart for you guys. And here's the tools, hardware. Take a look down the main sporting goods aisle. Got basketballs, baseball, Nerf balls, football selection. We do have some air pumps here, but those are more for the balls, I would say. Portable ones. You do have some clearance items here. These ones, though, I'm surprised. Usually the labels stick out better, but this isn't really like a clearance to me. I know it says was $47, but I mean, yeah, that's half off. But I'm looking for a deep clearance. Like, I mean, I guess that's not much of a clearance too. It was $11.98 down to $10, but those are the type of prices I'm looking for. When the prices are still a deep discount or relatively cheap. Lizzie says, haven't been to any Walmart for over 20 years. There you go. See, that's the type of audience I'm trying to get. People who, may not have been in it a while and are just vaguely curious, maybe. I mean, when I think of like lack of transportation back in Cleveland, my mom probably hasn't been in a Walmart for quite a long time too. When she, back in the day, she used to go in there all the time when she had a car. You had more of your baseball equipment down this aisle. And there was a stretch where it probably was the most popular store that we would go to. And as far as craziness, it depends on what neighborhood you live in, because back in Cleveland again, the location down in Steelyard Commons, that's often a spot where people are like, don't go anywhere near there. Trying to go down an aisle where there's no people so I don't bump into them. I think along the back wall here, if I make a left turn, that's where the board games are. Or are they along the right? No, they're on the left. Not the most prolific selection of board games, but oh, here's a good one. We were just playing this last night, Blank Slate. But we had gotten this off Facebook Marketplace, pretty much brand new, back around Christmas times, I think for $5. Facebook Marketplace is, well, actually, I take that back. I don't think it was Facebook Marketplace. I think it was a local classified site called KSL. Yeah, but sometimes you can get some really good deals on there for practically the same stuff. I notice a lot of these stores have these, like the same type of puzzle brand where it's made by the same company. They never quite like catch my eye. I like puzzles like this one, just based on the cover. This catches my eye. I like something that has quirkiness to it. Almost like a Where's Waldo type of thing. Big Rock City. That's the type of stuff that appeals to me. Or this Fuel Stop one kind of looks interesting. Yeah. Put the camera back. I have the phone. If you guys haven't noticed, because you're seeing the cart, I have the phone sitting in this. That's one of the nice features of the newer upgraded carts they have. Have those phone holders. Got some Legos and bikes. Again, these days it's so hard to buy something brand new when there's a wide range of people on, like Facebook, for example. They'll build it once and then they'll resell it, or you can get it for like a fraction of the price, and it's pretty much the same enjoyment you want. See what our inner tubes cost here. You got one that's clearance because the box is beat up. That's for a 12 and a half inch inner tube. 20 inch, $4.96. 26 inch, Well, that's a 4-pack of inner tubes for $12.96. Just a single one, I think, is also $4.96. Some of your portable air pumps. Now, biking equipment and accessories like that is the type of item I would buy, because sometimes you just need it. Although Amazon, pretty much, if you have a Prime membership, you can get a lot of the same stuff for similar prices. I feel like Walmart does have decent prices on their groceries. From like when I compare to other local grocery stores, it's either the same or cheaper for most of the products at Walmart. Look at these cute little gnomes. A bunny. The turtle sitting on the mushroom with the frog chilling underneath. The various dogs, the 2 tortoises. Or the gnome that's just meditating. Walter Minifonzo says, look for the flat tire prevention belt insert. Is that for a bicycle inner tube? If so, it'd be interesting to see what that's all about. I have seen something called a booster you can put in. Because my mom and I, when I was in Cleveland last time, her bike had just gotten a flat tire. Like again, we had grabbed one of the old patches that we had, patched it. Seemed like we did everything fine, pumped it up, and then like 5 to 10 minutes later, we just heard like a loud hissing noise, which was the air coming out, meaning the patch had come undone. So like, oh crap. So then we just threw in another inner tube. Actually, yeah, basically another inner tube on an older tire that we had that hadn't had a hole. You say it's a bike tire clear plastic belt liner. Yeah, that would be good, because it's frustrating because you get stretches where we'll ride forever and not have any issues with flats, but then all of a sudden it like seems to hit boom, 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 and we're very careful about anytime we see glass, we try to like stop and walk around it and get off our bike, and sometimes there's just those stretches where it just hits you over and over. Got a little bit of 4th of July decorations going on here. This is the men's clothing. Yeah, birthday cards, little party balloons. Pinatas. Let's go ahead and just walk through the bedding section over here. I'm trying to see if this is also where kitchen supplies would be. Yeah, I guess. You get a cheap pillow for $3.44. toaster ovens, kitchen stuff. Overall, the wife and I prefer Target. But still worth checking out Walmart. Walter Mini Fonzo says, I just realized I got it from Kmart 15 years ago. Never had a city flat since. Maybe find it on Amazon. Yeah, definitely. I mean, if there's something like that, and you know, my mom especially, she would, because she carries the weight of like granted it's not like ridiculously heavy, but every time she goes out on the bike ride, which is responsible to do, she carries a bunch of tools with her, an extra inner tube, patches, and I don't quite do that. I occasionally will carry it if I know I'm on a really long bike ride, but I'm more like, if I get a flat, I'll just throw the bike on a bus somewhere and end up coming home and dealing with it. But that's a lot of extra weight she, carries with her when she's trying to go on a bike ride, either to get somewhere, either for necessity or luxury, or recreational, I should say. Alright, well that about does it for our little impromptu tour here in Walmart. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and check out some more of that clearance stuff in the electronics section. If you enjoyed this little walkthrough, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you next time.